Hi guys, and today I'm going to be showing you how to keep all your guinea pigs nice and warm over winter. Now this is quite an early video, you may be thinking, but it's really good to be nice and fully prepared before it happens, because otherwise you might wake up, it's all frosty and you won't know how to keep them nice and warm. And it's a very important point on caring for them, as if you don't do this, then they can get things like chest infections and all different bad things like that. That'll cost a lot of money from the vets, and it's just all that pain and heartache and all that you just don't want at all. So these will show you how to stop that from happening. Now if you're like me, you can't have your guinea pigs inside unless if it's a real emergency, like if there's a load of snow. Then these are really good tips for you, as they are nice and you can even keep them outside if you use these, unless if it does snow you are going to have to move them into a warmer place or add a radiator in, as it can end up getting quite dangerous for them. If you enjoy this video, if it helps you out, can you please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. So for tip number one, it's as basic as just a blanket. Now this, as you can see here, is just a basic baby blanket. It's got a little butterfly on, makes a nice crinkly sound. But this is, as you can see, they like the sound. Shh. They like the crinkly sound. But as you can see here, it's just a blanket, and now this is a basic baby blanket. You can get these from the shop from around £1 to £3, and these are really nice and soft and fleecy, and as you can see here, they do actually use them. So these are a really good thing to keep them warm. So for tip number two, all it is just to get some more blankets like the baby ones, but you can also get this. So this is just a fleece, as you can see here. It looks pretty, but these are the cheaper option because they don't need to be fluffy like these. They just need to be nice and thin, and all they do is just go around the cage just to keep them inside warm. And now these should go around where they tend to sleep. So if it's like, if they sleep in the hay, if they sleep on a bed, just goes around there, and it just keeps all the warm in. And it's also good to go around the cage to keep it warm if they're close to windows and things, just like I do here. So that just makes it feel a lot more cozier and keeps the warm in, and any drafts it stops, and it just makes it feel more comfortable for them. For tip number three, all it is these. Now these are actually for cats. You can get them from all different shops. You don't have to get them from pet shops, you can get them from all different ones. And what they do is I stuff blankets inside them to keep it more warm, and they go inside, and it's a bit better than a pigloo because it's like fleece. I just feel like it's a lot more warmer in there instead of plastic, and it'll be more cozy for them, like sitting on a leather sofa. It's not as nice as sitting on a fabric one. So to me, I feel like it's a bit like that. So it's nice for them, and they do use them, as you can see here. So as you can see here, they enjoy them, they like to sleep in them, they get nice and cozy. At the minute, I think Nutmeg is in one. So these are really good, and they are quite cheap. It matters where you get them from. From pet shops they can be as expensive as £25, but from cheaper shops they can be around £5. So they're a bit expensive, a bit more than these blankets, but they are, as you can see, a lot bigger, more space inside, and you can fit around 3 guinea pigs in there if they get on. If they fight, maybe not, but 3 of mine can all fit in there at once quite happily. So for tip number 4, if you don't want to spend as much money as that on things, all you can do is make your own sofas. Now it sounds difficult, but what you can do is off the internet find how to make some cushions, and all you do is get your fabric, then you stuff it, and then have fabric, so just like a sandwich of it, just a normal cushion. And you can do that using old t-shirts and things, and then you can use an old hoodie over the top as a blanket and make some more smaller cushions. And they do really like these, and I make my own because it's nice to make your own, and it's a bit of recycling and things that are good for the environment. So as you can see here, they are really nice at the end of it. once they have been covered with a nice plain coloured or patterned jumper. So they really like these and they lie on them, go to sleep on them as well. Clover, my guinea pig, especially loves these, as you can see in my other picture of her. So they are really good to use and they love them and they're good for the environment. So if you're a bit like that, you would make them and they're nice and easy and simple, and you don't need much sewing experience at all as well. So for tip number 5, all you need to do is, instead of putting them outside on the grass, what you need to do is just bring them inside on the floor. So as you probably know, I put them on the floor in here, but if you don't have a shed like this, you could put them on your bedroom floor in a run, or maybe just do something a bit exciting for them, because when they go outside they get quite cold and the grass might be a little bit wet, and that wet on their tummy might make them cold and they might get a bit of a cold, and I keep saying cold, but anyways, so that is really bad for them once they do that. So it's nice to bring them inside as well for a change of scenery and different smells, and they do really enjoy it, and it's just easier instead of getting them outside, and as the colder weather comes, it's not nice for them out there being there whole day. Like if you were there a whole day, you would get very, very cold. So it's nice to bring them inside somewhere different. For tip number 6, all you need to do is give them large handfuls of hay every morning. Now they should get hay every day at least, because it's 80% of their diet is hay, so they need lots and lots of hay, and it keeps down their teeth and it's really good for them. So you should be giving them hay anyway, but in winter you should be giving them extra hay, because food keeps you warm because they're nice and full and ready for the day, but also hay is a great thing because they can hide under it as well, as you can see here. So they really enjoy to hide under it because it's warm and cosy, and it makes a great bed for some guinea pigs that don't like being underneath things like piggies, and they prefer to be lying on the hay to go to sleep. It's really good for them instead of getting cold outside. For tip number 7, it is as simple as just adding lighting in wherever it is. So in here we don't have plug sockets, so instead you can get lights that are on a battery, and it's normally best to do warm coloured lights like the yellowy orangey colour, because they make it feel a lot more cosy and warm because of the colour of it. Instead of being in complete darkness, it just makes it feel a lot warmer and nicer for them. So as you can see, I've got some lights myself, and these are for night time. I leave them on for a whole night, and they're just a bit like a night light, just to make it feel a lot warmer. Another tip is just to get your blankets like this, and on the daytime you'll probably have your heating on, so put these, just fold them up like this and put them on the radiator, and then take them off when you're going to do your guinea pig's tea, and then they'll be all nice and warm. So when they snuggle up, they'll be nice and warm and cosy, instead of using hot water bottles, because if they have a nibble of it, it might pop and it'll put all the water everywhere and it just won't be good. So radiating blankets is a really good thing to use as well. For my last tip, it is as simple, and this is the most simple one of all to end it, and it is just to keep all the doors and windows closed. Now if it's a bit smelly you can open them, but it is making it a lot colder, and also maybe thinking about adding in curtains and things like that, because of the windows you get drafts through, and curtains and things like that will stop a lot of the cold from getting into them on a night. So it's very, very, very simple thing, but it is very important as well, because drafts are very cold on the guinea pigs. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope it gave you lots and lots of ideas on how to keep them all nice and warm over winter. If it did give you some good ideas and something you thought would be good, or if it helped you out, could you please like and comment below? And if you enjoy my videos and you want to see some more, can you also subscribe? So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope all your guinea pigs stay nice and warm over winter.